Hello everyone and welcome to Sports Roundup. My name is Richie Ice and it's glad to be back on your screens this Friday morning. Now to discuss sports with me today I have Tengo Nwanko and Segun Adeyemi. Good morning guys.
Oh, good morning.
Segun, how do you feel first?
Well, let's start as a Chelsea fan.
Yeah, as a Chelsea fan, no. I know as a football analyst you're okay. You're feeling good. Formula 1 is about to start.
As a Chelsea fan.
A Chelsea fan, well, I'm okay.
No,
it's a game of
wholly
football.
okay?
There's three ways to football.
Okay.
It's that you win, you
lose,
draw, or you lose. So that's how we play football. I think Arsenal used to losing, so that's why you find yourself in the 8th position and like 12 points behind Chelsea. So we are used to all this.
Obviously, that is just basically for this season.
For this
nothing
season,
that
wow.
happen in the long run.
Yes, that's
It's
true.
a worst season. It's a worst season for Arsenal. And,
It has always been worst season for them since
no,
2004.
since 2004,
Yes.
this particular season has been the worst of all the
Last
worst.
is where they finished.
At least we finished 5th.
5th.
Yes.
This is your finishing what?
I don't even know where we
Yeah,
finished.
7th or 8th now.
I would be very glad if we finish above.
but
It's still same to your season.
But then they do still have the opportunity of finishing 7th. Should they finish 7th, they will
make it to
qualify for Europa League.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's good.
Well, let's see if that happens. Anyways, the Formula 1 is set to kick off tomorrow and it returns in Spielberg. What do you think?
Oh, it's kicking off today.
Today,
Friday.
sorry, yeah.
Well, the qualifying will be starting today,
Yeah.
and teams will be looking like, the practice is today, Friday evening, and morning and evening section, and teams will be looking like to to perfect their moves. And by Saturday, we'll be seeing the qualifying, the morning season and the evening season.
Okay.
Where from 20 we'll have to cut to 15 during the morning season, and the evening season we'll have to cut from 15 to another 10. Where the big boys will try and get to the to get their grid position. If you're finishing first, you have the best timing during the qualifying. Then you have the first grid position, which we know Hamilton knows how to get from the first to the third position. I think he's even used to getting the third position because of he's good on the bend. But now this Spielberg, where we have Max Verstappen, who all eyes will be on him. He has won it the last 2 years. The last 2 races they've had in Spielberg has been won by by Verstappen.
Yeah.
Now, what to see is a reverse edition. We are now having a full long season. So it's how good you start from the beginning that will determine how well you can finish.
Yeah.
We have from Ferrari, what's his name? Not Lelac. Vettel.
Yeah.
Who want to try and get new suitors. So you want to use this season to get new team and possibly come over next season. But that's also trying to win a new contract with Mercedes. So they all want to do good. I think the Spielberg is really hyped and would like to see good races. Okay,
thank God. What do you think? Mercedes have, Hamilton has dominated for years. Do you think that would also happen when the whole season comes to an end?
It's been his trade, you know. He's been there for a long time, and he has been. If he doesn't win the season, he should be close to winning the season. So he has made that point for over a period of time now. So I feel at the end of the season, he's still going to make that top table there.
Okay, Segun.
Yeah, my money is on Hamilton on the full season.
Yeah, full season.
Because I think he's motivated. He's a 7-time world champion.
He'll be breaking the record,
or break the record by Schumacher.
Yeah.
That's the record that is on his face now, and think he's so motivated to win to breaking that record. But don't forget, you still have Lelac from Ferrari. You have Verstappen, even Bottas in Mercedes. All these guys are they're on his shoulder. So I'm looking at him just breaking more records. From the testing, we've seen what Verstappen can do. We've seen what this Ferrari guy can do. Why am I forgetting his name?
Vettel.
Vettel, yeah.
He was so quick during the testing. I don't know where he got that motivation from. So he's coming here now. He's looking at the Mercedes position. Like he can get one of these Mercedes guys. And don't forget, Bottas and Hamilton, they're yet to get new contracts from Mercedes. So I know that Hamilton is secured.
But Bottas might not.
Bottas might not. So a lot of guys are coming up, but I still expect Hamilton to win this season. Sure.
Okay. All right, now to local news, Cyril Dessers has completed his move from Genk to Genk transfer from Hercules. He is a Nigerian forward, young prospect, doing well. Do you think this is the right way forward?
I think it's actually a right way forward. We've not heard about this guy for a period. He's actually an up-and-coming player, and moving from Hercules to Genk is an upward movement for him. Obviously, if you keep on doing the way every other players, Nigeria international players, if you could keep on moving in that trend, it's going to even get more and more attention from every other club.
Okay.
Yeah, this was a good PR working for him. Like, we saw what he did.
Will Genk win the Europa League next season?
Genk will make it, yeah. They surely make it to the Europa League.
Definitely, he should be playing
the Champions League qualifier. So it's one thing they're good at in the Belgium league. He's from a Belgium. I think his mother is a Belgian.
Belgium. Yeah.
So going back to his roots is good for him. Came to Heracles. Heracles is not a big club in Netherlands, and getting 18 goals and 6 assists in the season was great for him. He was one of the dual highest scorer in the league. I think that will not be replicated this season, and he needs more starting. He needs to be in Europe for you to claim a shirt in the Super Eagles. You have Osimhen, who is being looked at over by Napoli. That is the person you are fighting with. Don't forget we have a player at Erevin who is even yet to make it to Super Eagles because of the Netherlands league is looked at not that competitive. So going back to the Genk is good for him. At least we'll be able to see him in Europe, and he'll be having what's it called, Steven Ode in the team, which should come out good for him.
Okay. All right, also now to Arsenal, well, Arsenal did win Norwich 4-0, but before we go into that, Bukayo Saka has signed a new deal, 4-year deal. Yeah.
Well, it's a good one for the young lad. It's been a long discussion over during the period of lockdown, even before the lockdown. It has been speculations over speculations whether he's going to sign or not. Even at some point, Liverpool were coming for the guy because the guy is a proper player. He's a utility player in the sense that he can play from the left down to the middle, down to the left flank. So he's actually an asset. If you let the young guy leave now, so who are you gonna get in to do such some stuff like that? So he's actually a good one for Arsenal. Returning this guy's services. He has been in Arsenal since the age of 8, and when he signed the contract, he said this is his dream, and he's living his dream, playing for the first team. Okay, so it's actually, during the season, it's actually a breakthrough season for him.
Yes.
Okay, so and I feel the guy has been consistent. Even when we won what is Norwich, you could see his impact was felt because it was not there. The creativity and all of that from that flank wasn't there. So, but at the end of the day, we were able to win the game. So, him signing a new contract is a very nice one for the team and also for him in particular. Okay,
Segun, Saka is a promising talent.
Yeah, promising talent, no doubt. Saka reminds me of when when Raheem Sterling started off at Liverpool.
Yeah,
I think that step he did make is a good one for him. He's still young. He's still coming up, and he knows what he has to do. I never expected him to leave Arsenal at no point because he was a Arsenal full-blown player. Yes, we've seen how versatile he could be. He played in the left-back position for maybe like 2 or 3 months, and he was so good in it. My only problem would be them changing him from the left winger to a left-back. It would be good for probably when he wants to choose Nigeria or England. So now with the club being sorted, he should be looking at the international future.
Yeah.
Do you want to play with the English national team, or do you want to play for the Nigerian national team? I'll prefer him play for the Nigerian national team because looking at the English national team, the wing is so filled up. You have Odoi, you have Sancho ahead of him.
But actually, if you see what the guy has done, this is English Premier League we're talking about here. The pressure and the intensity of the game. So, and him breaking out. You could see Sancho. He didn't do that.
Yeah,
in England. So I feel if the guy, he has a chance. If he should stay back there with
he has a chance to be. He has a chance to be.
So, but as a Nigerian, I would love to have such.
It's not
caliber of player
in our
squad. But no, I'm talking about as a Nigerian, which I am.
Yeah.
I'm
an Englishman. No,
as a Nigerian, I would love to have such talent in our squad.
Yeah.
But when you look at if England will come for him, of course he can do it. So I don't see him. It will be a competitor. It will be a tough competitor for Sancho and Ode. So it's a great one for him. And I love the guy's confidence.
Even though the national team is not sure for him.
I love the guy's confidence.
England is filled on the wing. They are fling. They
But
are
he
fling
can
us in.
break through.
Probably we can look
Although
at the
he
left. We
can-
can look at
if
the
you look at
left.
Odoi-
We can look at the left wing back.
The thing is
That's
that
it.
you're calling.
And he's very good
It
at-
depends
he's
on
very
where
good from there.
where he wants to play.
That is
If Southgate decides to play a 4-3-3 and he is to play in the midfield, he can't play in the midfield because he has the likes of Henderson. He has the likes of
Henderson.
He can't play from the middle.
He can play for the
He
middle.
can't
Is that playing left wing back?
left
or
wing
play
or
left front?
left
forward.
left
which is
forward.
sure.
He
Sancho-
can't play left
there's
forward
Sancho,
because there's Sancho there.
there.
You have Hodoi there. You have Rashford is still there.
Rashford
Mind you, that's
You
his
still have-
and that's
still have
his
Sterling.
natural. That's his natural position.
He's going to sit on
He's
the
a-
bench.
he's actually
in
his
England.
natural
He's
position
going to-
from
I
left
think
wing.
that's
So-
one of the things he's considering now. He's going to sit on the bench in England.
Because I feel the only
All
reason,
that,
the only reason why
all that away. You still have what's it called? This guy in QPR. We still,
You see-
this Nigerian
you see-
QPR
you
is still trying to get into the English national
You see,
team. That's
you
another
see,
fantastic player.
I feel we should look at it from this angle. We should give him another season to see if he can prove a point by grabbing a shirt in
That's the same way you
England
say
team.
we should give Tam Abraham.
Well,
chance
let's
to-
anyway. He has all the time to make the decision
he
in
has
the
all
world.
the
So
time,
I mean,
yes.
there is no
I hope-
competitive
hopefully
football.
he
I
chooses
hope,
Nigeria.
yeah, hopefully
And
he
even
chooses
if he
Nigeria.
I'll be
comes to
very
Nigeria,
happy
it's
if he does
competition
that.
on the wing in Nigeria.
Definitely.
Because you have Chukwueze, who
Yeah,
is
Chukwueze,
a
who is
mad talent
very
on the wing.
fast. You see, So, anyways, now to matches that were played on Wednesday, Arsenal did take on Norwich City. It was a 4-0 thrashing. Aubameyang did score. Aubameyang is the fastest Arsenal player to get to 50 goals. Lovely.
Now, I'm not happy that
Although he
this
might not be staying.
transfer speculation
Speculation.
has been on ground all this while. I've not started it out with him, and this is a great player that we're about to lose. And it's unfortunate that we're in the position we are today. I don't know what's happening, but whatever is happening, and we have to take it. We have to understand that this is our fate. And if he should leave, I won't hold any grudge against him. So, but what he has done, from the period, what he has done this past 2.5 seasons, scoring 50 goals is a major achievement for him, and it's going to be a great asset to losing him. And also, if you look at the game we played on Wednesday, it was a very good. It was actually, do I say, for me personally, it's not a good game for me. Though we won the game.
4-0.
Remember the team we played with.
You say?
Remember the team we played with.
That's why
Norwich,
he's saying it's not-
this same Norwich was they were able to stretch. They were able to stretch
Manchester United.
Manchester United to a certain point in FA Cup.
To extra
So
time.
now, winning them at home.
Yes.
Now we know that nobody's is even in the pitch to watch the ball, so there's nothing like home and away advantage or a home crowd cheering you and giving you that confidence to play. It's more like a neutral ground. But I don't like the play. I don't like the formation. I don't like everything the club did. Arteta. I don't like everything they did on Saturday, on Wednesday, even though they won the game, because there was no flow. It was actually at the end of the game they started finding their what do you call it, rhythm into the game. Okay, but at the end of the day, we won the game. Luckily, we were able to get that point.
Okay, Shagun, Arsenal did win, but quickly before you go into the Arsenal did win. I know you're not happy about that, but Aubameyang, there are rumors in Manchester United that they might be looking to get him.
I think one problem Manchester United have this season is a forward man who can score more than 20 goals this season. No doubt, Martial is a great player, but he does switch off during the course of the season.
True.
Any team getting Aubameyang is a talent. And I think the reason why Aubameyang is leaving Arsenal is Aubameyang is a big player. And when you're a big player, there's one thing that motivates you, that is winning laurels and winning trophies. All you call that at the end of a career, you can't even show your kids that, oh, I won this at Arsenal, I won that at Arsenal, this is the league title I won. Arsenal and Dortmund are on the same platform. He started out at AC Milan, same problem. AC Milan were on the twilight of their career when he was leaving. Went to Saint-Etienne. Saint-Etienne was a great club, but they couldn't win trophy. You went to Dortmund. You're coming to Arsenal, and you're from Gabon. These are teams that can't guarantee you trophies. That is it. So he's looking at the club that can get him trophies. You look at Manchester United midfield today. It's a great midfield. They have great midfield. The trio, the number of their midfield. I look at Manchester United midfield and look at, wow, all they need is a point man that can score 20 goals, and they're good for a trophy. Probably next season if they get Aubameyang, they should be looking at Manchester United winning the EPL.
Though it's still a rumor.
It's a good one for him. It was a rumor when Van Persie was moving to
Quite
Manchester
true.
United.
But anyways,
and he got what he wanted all through his
EPL.
career. He got the EPL. Who says Aubameyang can lead Manchester United to the EPL next season? Manchester United have the better chance of winning the EPL than Arsenal. Even Chelsea next season. Just get a good point, man.
Chelsea
that
is
is
quite good for the season.
Wow.
But anyways,
every season,
Wow.
see, let me tell you something. Every season
Yeah.
has its own level of challenges and her level of intensity and how tough the season might be.
It's not like Arsenal win. It's
you're
not
not
like
predict.
it's not like Arsenal.
If
I'll
you're
predict this season.
every of your prediction.
It's not like Arsenal.
Every of your prediction has to come along with engaging every other football team into it, because at least even if it's finished 10th today, Arsenal is still part of Big Six. Okay, of which they are still part of the Big Six, and they're still a threat in England.
We're not pushing to Big Six. I mean, it's not Big Six, it's not more Big Four.
When was the last time we talked about
moving on.
It has always been Big Six in the last 3 seasons.
Okay.
Anyway, moving on. West Ham did win Chelsea. This is the first time West Ham did win Chelsea, and this is the first time in over 10 years that, since 2012, that they did the double against Chelsea. Now, Chelsea in the night were not bad to an extent. To an extent. But
anyways, I saw the game, and
the defense.
You see, when you are playing a club who's on relegation zone, you have to come with a different perspective to it. You have to see. You have to put in work. You have to see what these people, what they are capable of doing at any time. So it has always been like that in English league. Whenever you're playing anything going on relegation, big teams might lose to them. So now I feel Chelsea, they didn't really come fully prepared for that game, because West Ham, they were on 27 points with about 18 goes against. And they are fighting to see how they will leapfrog Aston Villa into 17th. So now, when I saw what was happening yesterday, and they missed a goal. Not like they missed a goal. The VAR was rightly was there to cancel their first goal, of which they were able to redeem that after Chelsea scored their penalty. So it was a tough game for Chelsea yesterday. I never believed West Ham would do what they did yesterday. I thought maybe at the end of the day, the game would end up being a draw game, but they were able to stretch out the game to win.
There are some things I want to forgive Frank Lampard for. This is his first season in the EPL. I think I have to forgive him for that this season. So probably next season he will make the.
Will you be patient enough?
I'll be patient enough, because he's an English. They will give him the time. They won't sack him like they'll sack others. True. So I want to give him that belief this season. Then he's over reliant on the English players. Will be his beginning of the end as Chelsea. You look at Abraham up front. Same thing we saw against Leicester in the FA Cup. It's the same thing we are seeing on Wednesday against West Ham. You have Abraham up front. His positioning is 0. His skill set 0. Area threat 0. Football sense -4.
Well, now we know why
-4
is coming to the squad.
And this one is you already know that Werner is coming next season. You're supposed to be tracking Werner by now.
Of what you have right
Try
now.
to show Werner that you're coming for a competition. When you have a striker that can't even position himself, and you have a midfielder like Barkley that can't even lead attack. It's so crazy yesterday.
Thank God you guys have ZH coming in and this other guy.
From defense, from my, I think there was the day we came here that I was analyzing from the goalkeeper to the striker. Chelsea have overachieved this season. Coming to the season, probably that's not their priority. Priority is qualify for Europe, maybe Europa or Champions League. Finding yourself in 4th position at a point in time, 10 points ahead of Manchester United, you felt like, we've overachieved, we're good now. But now we are 2 points ahead of Manchester United and what's it called? And Wolves. We may find ourselves in 7th. The competition is not the competition in England is not about the 1st, 2nd. It's about the 3rd to 7th. Any small lose, you find yourself in 7th.
That is true.
It's not good for Chelsea at all.
Okay, all right. We can't discuss much of the matches. Also the lovely match against Manchester City and Liverpool. But quickly before we go, let's look at the preview of matches that will be played this weekend. And we'll have Wolves taking on Arsenal. Wolves is on red hot form.
Well,
can Arsenal do it?
You're not beating them.
I'm glad that we are, gradually we are picking up form.
You picked up form against a relegated team.
2 games, against Manchester City, Man City and Brighton, and winning 3 straight games in a row is a confident boost. And I feel it's going to be a tough one. If you can get draw from that game, I'll be okay with it.
They should hope to get a draw, but I'm not seeing Arsenal winning against Wolves. Wolves are red hot form.
Manchester United, Bournemouth. Bournemouth is
for Manchester United.
More like
Manchester United are looking like a team that nobody is going to.
Mind you, Bournemouth is really on relegation.
Bournemouth did,
and they still feel that they can actually come up from that.
Manchester United is looking like a different team right now. teams have not really understand. They've not really sat down to understood or learn
What's happening in
to
their
study
midfield.
about Manchester United. Next season might come and they will understand the midfield very well.
Yeah.
That I always say it reminds me of when Mata, Oscar, and Hazard were in Chelsea midfield, running all corners.
The first season was
the
phenomenal.
first skin it was so phenomenal. By the second season,
Everybody was tracking
they knew
them
that by the time you track out Mata from the Chelsea midfield, that is all. And that's what teams will be trying to understand about Manchester United coming to
And
next season.
Fernandes.
Once you get Fernandes out of the game, that is all for Manchester United midfield. But look at the games in hand for Manchester United, I expect them to win, if not the 7, win like 5 or 6 of the 7 and draw 1. I don't see them even losing.
Chelsea,
going into the end of
Watford?
the season. Wow, another hard one.
Yes.
Because look at Chelsea fixtures or coming through this season, we've lost against 6 of the 9 teams. Bottom team, which is so bad for us. I'm always scared for Chelsea playing against these small boys because look at Watford. They can come in on Saturday or Sunday and be a destroyer for us.
Okay, thank God.
Well, I'm still looking at draw.
Okay.
For them.
Wow, if both teams do draw, then Manchester United is head on straight.
They'll leap front.
They'll leapfrog to fourth.
Of course.
All right, Leicester City is taking on Crystal Palace.
There's no way Leicester is winning that game.
Wow.
Well,
Full-time draw.
since after
There's no way they are winning.
this
They're still in
lockdown,
problem.
Do you think they'll
after this
sack
lockdown,
Rodgers?
They will sack
They
Rodgers.
will sack him.
Rodgers
It's just
himself.
his first
See,
season.
there's some teams that overachieved this season. That's what I always want to say. Leicester overachieved. Probably they're supposed to be challenging for Europa League. Leicester overachieved. Sheffield overachieved. Chelsea overachieved.
Even Wolves.
And it's Wolves overachieved. Wolves are still in Europa.
They are still
in Europa
overachieving.
position, which
Yes.
they are in Europa League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not really overachievement for them. But you see that 3 teams, they overachieved what their
Okay.
goals.
All right, quick one. Athletic Bilbao taking on Real Madrid. Villarreal taking on Barcelona.
Barcelona and Chavos, and it's still continuing.
Mm.
You don't want to face Villarreal.
They see. For me, I feel the league is done because if they could lose against Atletico Madrid, and at this point, not getting a draw against Atletico Madrid is not really a nice one for them for the league.
Atletico is
And
always
though
tough for
though
anybody.
though Zidane came out, he came out to say that
Madrid hasn't won anything
they
yet.
don't won anything yet.
True.
And I believe they're going to see off the remaining matches.
The league is done.
This-
Madrid has won the league.
Okay.
Because there's no way. I'm looking at Villarreal. Chukwueze is in one kind of form of his life, and I
At
guess
this moment.
Barcelona who are having problems from their wing backs.
For
I
as
think
long as Messi is not clicking.
you have fun play against Barcelona. You have Carlos Bacca.
He always
you have
does.
Carlos
He always
Bacca
does
playing
have
up
fun
front
playing
for
against
Villarreal.
Barcelona.
So it's all fun. I don't see them winning it.
Okay, thank you guys for coming to the studio today.
you so
Always
much.
a pleasure. All right, Juventus will be taking on Torino, Napoli will be taking on Roma, and Lazio will be taking on AC Milan. So yes, the Italian Serie A is also on, and lots of amazing matches to watch out for. We can't discuss them today, but definitely we'll be back on Monday to do justice to them. Until then, my name is Richie Ice. Thanks for watching, and it's bye for now.